So let's take a look at what Pepe's doing. So this is typical price action for Pepe as well. It's usually good for 2-day. Yep. That we're seeing right now. So Pepe's also close to having the hero run. Every single time Pepe's loading up a massive leg up higher, we get this final bear trap, this final jeet down lower before a rip straight up. Okay? So look. Every time it plays out like this. So you get a big pump off of Pepe. 10x in March. We ran a 10x on Pepe. Then you break down, come back up. You break down, come back up. People are like, all right, this is probably the low. Boom. Huge nuke, huge bear trap. And then what happens right after that? Straight up higher for a new high. Okay. And what was the move off the low? 4x. Okay, over a 4x. You 4x'd your money. 1,000 into 4,000, 10,000 into 40,000, 100,000 into 400,000 just in the course of a month. In 1 month. Okay? You always have this final bear trap on Pepe. And so you go here from this high. Draw all the way down. 66%. Look, you hit this high, and then immediately you draw back down lower. You get this move here. You think, oh shit, we're back. We're going to start running. One more bear trap, which was on August 5th. That nuke from Japan. Before what? Boom. Moving up higher. And you see it right here too. You pump. So this is your low. Then you get this pump. Then you draw back down. Oh, we're back. Nope. One last bear trap right into here. Straight up. Okay, so you get these one last jeets on Pepe that flushes out all the leverage traders, gets them all messed up, gets people to capitulate on their bags, and then what happens? You send it higher. So here's what we did from this high. So we run straight up. We get this high. We break down here, and we get this move, and then people are like, oh shit, we're back. All the way down here. Bear trap. Double bottom, then we move back up higher. Okay, fine. So what are we doing right now? We pump higher off the lows. So off the lows, we're already up. We're up 3x off the lows. We break down. Okay, and if I put it on the lower time frame, you'll be able to see this better. Right? Here's your double bottom. Okay? So we come up in here and we say, oh shit, we pump back up. We're ranging sideways. Here's your top here. You think, oh shit, we're about to start running it. But then you push here, then you're like, okay, from here. Boom, nuke. Then from here, you're like, oh shit, here we go. Boom, one more. Right? So it continues to fake you out to the downside. And this is why you have to be very patient with Pepe, but you see on every single other run, after you get this final bear trap, down in here, that's whenever you start to see the moves back up higher. The scary jeets down. So what's my point here? Well, it looks like we're starting to get those last little moves to the downside. If Bitcoin runs from here, okay, it would make sense because this was your little final bear trap where you broke market structure here, but instead of breaking down further and coming back down into this demand zone, back in here, you start curling back up and start sending. So it's going to have to happen this week or next week if we're sending from here. Otherwise, what I would expect, and this is what I was telling the gentleman inside the Discord, I got some of the guys waiting to clip in. I have a target in here that I'm not going to give you where I'm expecting it to come back down to if Bitcoin gets that eventual pull back down to like 94,000. If that happens, I have a target where that will be the final bear trap for Pepe. You clip in there, that's a generational bid. Because on this run up, you see, we're going to have new highs on Pepe because we're going to have new highs on ETH. So if I throw on, I should have them, but I don't. Oh, that's why. So let's put this back on hype. I'm going to get you my Pepe targets. Oh, well, there's your Andy targets. Okay. At the very least, 3x. At the very least, 3x. That would be the minimum I would see on Pepe at this point, at 3x. This is what I'm expecting. Okay, this is what I'm expecting. Somewhere in here. There you go. Now you can see it. It's behind my fucking screen. Okay. This is the minimum expectation. Well, this would be... Oops. This would be base case. This would be... Let's do it like this. Base case. Bear case. Okay. Those are the levels on Pepe. But the printers are about to turn back on. This is what I'm saying. You have to get positioned quickly because as soon as these moves take place, you miss out on the multiples. You're going to see it. When everybody comes back to crypto, everybody starts downloading the Coinbase wallet, Coinbase Exchange, Robinhood, buying Pepe, buying Bitcoin, Ethereum. That's when it's done. Exit liquidity. Those are the people we're jeeting our bags to. Last run up, when people were jumping in, was when? They were jumping in whenever Pepe got listed on Coinbase, on Robinhood, WIF got listed. What else got listed? What else got listed? Some other bullshit. All these things started getting listed after the inauguration and into the December. And Coinbase Wallet, Coinbase Exchange, those were the top two most downloaded apps in the App Store. Those are top signals. When that's happening, that's when you got to start taking profits and start taking shit off the table because the shit ain't heating up anymore. It's already heated up. All the normies are buying. All the new market participants are entering. All the big dogs, all the big players are going ahead and unloading their bags off to these people. That's what you got to understand. So now, when you're in these positions where you're able to accumulate and you have these clear levels and you have somebody like me inside the Discord that's giving you the clear levels where to bid, that's where you got to bid. It's patience. It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. But when it happens, you're going to have these massive moves in a short time frame, and you have to be ready and prepared to jeet your bags. You have to be prepared to sell and make a profit. It's not hard for a number to go up, okay? Any normie can get lucky, buy a token, and then it pumps 2, 3, 4, 5x. It's possible. Here's the difficult part. The difficult part is parting way with your bags at the right time. The difficult part is understanding when market structure is breaking and it's time to exit the position, when the market is overheated, when the market is overbought. That's when somebody like myself comes into play. That's whenever the network comes into play, because you might be this guy who's investing $1,000 into these meme coins, or you have 100,000 meme coins, or $1 million in meme coins. Regardless of how much you're investing, it is worthwhile for you to be a part of an organization that will show you when to enter and when to exit, because it's going to compound your money exponentially, because the entries are going to be that much better, as opposed to being a passive bidder that simply just buys whenever, doesn't look at charts, doesn't know whenever the price is overbought, oversold, etc. You're just buying to buy. And 99% of these meme coins and shit coins that you're trying to buy and get rich off of, they're going to go to zero without you even knowing it, or before you even get a chance to exit. Right? You're only going to sell whenever you're losing money. That's how people think. That's how people buy. They buy at the tops and they think it's going to go up forever. And then as soon as the price starts going down, that's when they start selling because they get scared. As opposed to the opposite, when the price is going down and going down and going down, that's when you should be buying. And then when the price is going up, as opposed to getting excited and buying more, you should be selling. Right? So patience. But we're going to win, and we're going to win big, gentlemen. So Pepe's getting ready to load up this next leg. Okay, so Pepe per, absolutely fantastic. Doing what we expect them to do. All right.